It's Ryan Gosling's world, and we're all just living in it.
Hello, I'm Ryan Donato.
Hello, welcome back to another hard review. I am here to talk about, obviously, the new Ryan Gosling film, The Fall Guy. Now, The Fall Guy, I actually was kind of unaware about this until I sat down that this is a reboot of a TV show from back in the day, so it's kind of like 21 Jump Street vibes. We got Ryan Gosling as a stuntman. He's in love with director Emily Blunt, and he's the stuntman for Aaron Taylor Johnson's big movie star. When Aaron Taylor Johnson goes missing, Ryan Gosling has to go find him, figure everything out so we can get this movie back on track so his girlfriend will be happy. He can keep going on working. Now, this is a very fun movie. I expect people to really like this one. People have been really liking this one. I think it came out at a festival. I think it was South by Southwest about a month ago. I heard abnormally good things about this type of a movie. Now, I'm sure that it's with the grain of salt that it's this type of a movie. And by this type of a movie, I mean, like, you know, it's kind of like a silly, fun, casual, like, you know, romance, action, comedy. That's the thing. It feels very broad. It feels like it's trying to have the maximum amount of people possible to go and see this movie, which it is because that's what a blockbuster is. I understand that. But it's hard for me to watch this movie and not just see, like, the marketing meeting about this movie. Kind of compared it to Anyone But You a little bit, where it's like common moviegoer, the average Joe, doesn't know or remember the show from back in the day. So they see this movie, they see the poster, and they're like, oh, original movie. Wow, finally an original movie. Two big, hot, young movie stars in this action comedy romance. Wow, cinema's alive and well, baby. Because that's what happened with Anyone But You. Obviously, it's a remake or a reimagining or retelling of Much Ado About Nothing, and obviously there's a lot of like little references in there to Much Ado About Nothing, but to most people, that was just an original romantic comedy, which, awesome, and I'm sure that helped it out a lot, and a lot of people were really nice to that movie, and a lot of people are pointing out how people have been really nice to that movie because it gets that edge, because we don't get a lot of rom-coms, at least on the big stage anymore. And then not only that, but it's propelled, the entire marketing is surrounded by, here's two hot people right now, here's their good chemistry together, it's cute, it's funny, and guess what? This time we even got some action in there. That being said, I will praise this movie. There is a clear love and passion for stunts and stuntmen, which makes it a very likable movie, especially for cinephiles. Like we've been talking about for years now how there should be a best stunt Oscar at the Academy Awards. So movies like this coming out, especially with the momentum we've gained with like Mission Impossible and Top Gun Maverick. Hell, even the Jackass franchise has gotten some love for the stuntman genre. Gosling is the saving grace of this movie. I was thinking about it this morning and I was like, if Ryan Reynolds was in this movie instead of Ryan Gosling, would it be as well received? You know, would it be as likable? And I really don't think so. I think we're getting Ryan Gosling at such a perfect peak time. David Leitch must be so happy that this movie is coming out exactly when it is, because it's after Barbie, but we haven't really gotten like a major Ryan Gosling release yet. Ryan Gosling goes on SNL and he's like, hey, so Ken is over with, I'm moving on. Okay, we got this movie, The Fall Guy. I'm with Emily Blunt, who's on the other side of Barbenheimer. She also got nominated for a supporting Oscar. There's kind of a perfect storm for this movie as well. Not to mention David Leitch, who did Hobbs and Shaw. I just saw Atomic Blonde for the first time. Did not care for that at all. I'm so sorry. Deadpool 2, which is another Deadpool movie coming out this year. And then his last hit, Bullet Train, which was a decent hit, at least critically. People seem to really enjoy it. Now, David Leitch, I think, is a good director. He's very solid. I know he's been in the game for a while. Like, I know even before he was directing, like, he was doing additional directing on, like, stuff like Civil War. Captain America Civil War, that is. I think that Gosling has such obnoxious charisma. He really is what keeps this movie afloat. I do think that he has pretty good chemistry with Emily Blunt. She's a professional as well, so seeing them together is pretty awesome. There's some fun supporting actor performances here. Winston Duke is super duper likable. So is Stephanie Sue from Everything Everywhere All at Once. Both of them don't get nearly enough time to shine, but they're both awesome. Even Aaron Taylor Johnson, I really liked what he was doing. I felt like with his accent, like he was trying to do like a Matthew McConaughey type thing, especially when he makes a speech for the movie at the end, like his monologue. That was so funny. I laughed out loud. I do think that this movie though is like casual coded. Like I think that cinephiles will give it the benefit of the doubt because it is being so nice to a undervalued and underappreciated aspect of filmmaking, which is stuntmen. I recommended this movie to my mom and my dad, and I was like, yeah, you guys would love this. You know, nice, light little, like, oh, this is so cute, but it's also funny, but it's also got some action in there as as well. Ryan Gosling's hot. And like there's even a scene where he's like crying listening to like Taylor Swift, and it's like, yeah, man, this is fucking calculated, all right. Yeah, I thought it was all right. I don't give half stars, but if I did, I'd probably give this 3.5, especially since I'm being so nice to it. And it plays really well. Like people really like this movie. Like people were clapping, people were laughing out loud, hooting and hollering. I would give this movie a 4. It's way, way, way closer to a 3. Honestly, I could be very well convinced that it's more of a 3 than a 4. Definitely not a 5 though. I was really excited for it going into it. I think that it's one of David Leitch's, I don't know, I even like Hobbs and Shaw more than this, but obviously I like Bullet Train and Deadpool 2 more, but it's better than Atomic Blonde. I think I might be missing another thing that he did in there. This is right around Monkey Man territory for me, and I know Monkey Man I was a little lukewarm on as well. The action genre just, doesn't really get me going. So 4 stars for me for this movie, The Fall Guy. Check it out if you're a fan of the show. You will be very satisfied with some things that they do. But yeah, this is a perfect date movie as long as, you like action a little bit. Like there's plenty of good romance and comedy. I'm sure that this is going to be a hit to a certain degree, and it deserves to be. It's awesome. I know it's not an original movie, but like it's a movie without a number in the title, and that's pretty fucking cool. So go check out The Fall Guy in theaters. Like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what your favorite David Leitch movie is. Mine is probably Deadpool 2. I think Deadpool 2 is super underrated. I don't know why people don't like. I think the first one is better, but I think the second one has some higher highs than the first one. So it'll be really interesting when the third one comes out to be able to compare the 3, especially with the 3 different directors. Yeah, thank you so much, Ryan Gosling. Hi. Yes. Yes, baby. Yes. But okay, you're good.